Our next guest is a strong leader in our club. She is the past president and the driving force behind Bridge of Hope, the project that helped many Ukrainian families who started a new life in Canada. Welcome.
Bridge of Hope started about 3 years ago after we adopted our two children, Anya and Artem, from Ukraine. We adopted them in October of 2021. And then months later, the war in Ukraine broke out. And it was at that time that our Rotary Club and many people from the neighboring community as well were coming to me saying, how can we help? And so we put on a big fundraiser. We raised over $12,000 that day. It was a dinner fundraiser, really special event, all Ukrainian themed with a choir. And that was really the start of all of it. And that gave us the money then to help the family bring them over. And then once that project was done, a new opportunity came to us just very organically. So my sister was flying in from Seattle to meet our children for the first time. So it was now August of 2022. She gets off the plane and she's so excited to meet the kids, but she says, it's so great to see you guys, but you got to meet Jane. And I'm like, who's Jane? She introduced me to Jane. We stayed in touch. And once she got into her apartment, she contacted me and said, okay, I could use some help now with furniture. And so I said, okay, what do you need? And she said, a table and a bed. And they're like, okay, but there is Jane, and then there was her two kids at that time. And then there was also her friend and her two other people with her friend as well. So there were six of them all together. I'm like, you need more than a bed and a table. We went and started reaching out to the community to try and collect donations. We did it very organically, even with just posters up in the community, some Facebook posts, etc. And the donations were pouring in. So the local community was really eager to find a way to help support Ukraine. And this was an easy way to do it. And so we saw the furniture come in. We helped Jane, but the furniture kept coming in. And that's when I reached out to Jane and said, okay, Jane, can you connect us with some families that you might have met? Because I've got more furniture to give away. And then it happened the other way. So now I'm getting flooded with people who need furniture and I don't have enough to support everybody. So that's really where the furniture drives began. They were pretty rough at the start, just out on the street, and trucks and trailers literally go to one house, pick up furniture and drive it over to a Ukrainian family and say, does this work for you? Is this good? And they were most often not speaking English. So Jane would come along on those truck rides and help translate. Um, and then we eventually ended up getting the CMU location from the Mennonite Churches of Manitoba, arranged for that. They gave us a free space in their basement and we operated out of there for about a year. And then after that, we moved into a location on Portage Avenue where we were able to rent a space. And we had donations come in to cover the cost of that as well. So it was really incredible. Having that space on Portage Avenue changed everything for us. It was more centrally located for the families to get there. We weren't having to go up and down stairs like we were at CMU. So it was all on the same level, and we could just do way more in that location. And we also became a very well-oiled machine at that point because we had been doing it for so long. So 2.5 years later, we've supported through the furniture drives 402 families.
Wow.
So it's pretty incredible with volunteers. I've estimated to be over 7,000 of volunteer hours with 20 to 30 volunteers showing up every 2 weeks.
How Winnipeg Charleswood Rotary Club get involved into used furniture business?
I guess I'm guilty of that. That's my doing because of finding Jane and then being connected with the Rotary Club already at that point. I knew that as Rotarians we're incredibly resourceful and that we would figure out a way to make that work. And the community itself was just very generous. So they made it easy. It wasn't hard.
Do you have good memories from the past events?
It wasn't just about the furniture and meeting that need, but it was really about the people we were helping, and they were so appreciative of the help. The first initial furniture drives, I was crying every furniture drive. It was very emotional to see, one, how people were living here in our city when, we're going home to the comforts of our home. We have a TV, we have games for the kids to play, we have everything that we need. Many people not wanting to take furniture or dishes. Like we would have a set of four dishes, like 4 plates, 4 cups, 4 soup bowls, like you know, a normal set. And they would be like, "Oh, I just need 2 plates. There's only 2 of us." It's like, no, take the whole set. And what they didn't know was that we had tons of donations coming in. We needed them to take it so that we could make space in the store to put the stuff out. So that's where we ended up with this role of the shoppers to try and encourage families to take the stuff, because they didn't want to, they wanted to leave enough for other families that were in need. And it's just the people of Ukraine are just so special in that way.
What is the future of the Bridge of Hope?
Yeah, so after we've finished the furniture drives, now the next stage is that we're going to do an adult bursary program with the remaining money that we have. Ukrainian adults wanting to go back to school can then apply for a grant with us to either learn a new trade or get the certification they might need for a trade that they were already doing back in Ukraine. So
I have the last question. What have you learned from helping to newcomers?
so much. But I think it's just seeing firsthand the resiliency of people. It's amazing to see what people can go through and what they can get through.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maddie.
Thanks for having me.